Kris, can you update us? How close is Henrique?
We believe he's really close, and we are expecting him early in the series, whether that's game 1, 2, or 3. Yeah, we'll definitely be seeing him at some point.
When you look at him and what he could bring to your team, like your third line, you're just looking for a little bit of offense. Do you have an idea on where you'd want to play him?
Not right now. Obviously, he adds a lot to our team, whether that helps us with our second unit power play, the penalty kill, or probably more importantly, a little secondary scoring. And, whether we put him up on, top two lines, he spent time with Leo, he spent time with Connor, or he helps out the secondary scoring on third or fourth lines. It probably depends on what we need at the moment. And, it'd be a nice addition when he is ready. And unfortunately for us, he hasn't played for a while, but when we do have him in the lineup, he'll definitely give us a little push.
So was this him talking his way back into playing that one game? Because he played the one game earlier and then couldn't play after that.
And that had a lot to do with the situation on a lot of players, on a lot of question marks. And right now, maybe we could have had him in and felt that we've got healthy bodies, that he could spend some more time in resting it and getting 100%. The game that he did play, we had a lot of question marks, and maybe put him in maybe sooner than we needed to. And so right now, very fortunate. We're moving on to the second round, and now we got a guy that will be able to help us this series.
Kris, you look at this matchup, and Vancouver had a real big, heavy defense core. Dallas not so much, but very mobile. How do you plan to attack them, maybe, or how do you hope that you can attack them different than you did against Vancouver?
Yeah, they're maybe not as heavy as the Vancouver defensemen, but definitely mobile, long, lanky. They have reach. They can break up plays. I think both teams' defenders are very solid, make it difficult to score. How they do it, maybe a little bit differently. For us, just winning battles, probably not as much have the speed advantage as maybe we did against the Vancouver series, but we're going to have to find a way to do that.
You guys were very good the last two games against Vancouver defensively. Is that the way you kind of need to play in this series to give yourselves the best chance?
Through the playoffs, every team that has success is good defensively, and we have to be a tight checking team and limit our chances that we give up. And we know as a team there'll be mistakes and there will be chances, and the other team has some really good players that they'll make some plays. But we cannot get away from playing a tight checking game and limiting the other team's chances that they get.
You've had the best PK in the playoffs at this point. Has there been any difference between the playoffs and the regular season in terms of your penalty kill, or have you noticed anything different?
Well, I think, second half of the season, certainly from December through the end of the season, we had one of the better penalty kills in the league. Top 5 or 6 probably. And they've just taken it to another level through the playoffs. And I think it's just the urgency and playing on their toes, and got 4 guys on the ice anticipating on what the other guys are being able to do, and getting some big saves when we need them.
Was that second round series, was that some of the best hockey you've seen from Ryan Nugent-Hopkins?
I don't know. I've seen Ryan play some really good hockey through the regular season and through the playoffs. Probably for all facets of the game. The power play, the 5-on-5, and then especially how well he's done on the penalty kill through these series. And yeah, probably that. But, I've seen him do those things really well through the regular season, but all 3 of those aspects right now probably his best.
Kris,
Vancouver played center against center. Do you anticipate that Dallas would just put one of their better defensemen against Connor and Tanev against they're more?
I'm sure they will have their matchups. They've got a question mark. Their number one centerman being questionable on playing. Whether he returns, I don't know that situation. I would think he would have a lot to do with their matchups. As for the defense, I know they've got 5 defensemen that play a lot of minutes, and I would think they probably feel comfortable having any of those guys out on the ice against our top players. So they're pretty deep, and they've got a lot of good players. I can't look into that too much right now because we don't have the last change. We'll be just trying to play our best.
Kris, you after a game, you switch your defense pairs. Kulak and Ceci weren't on the ice for a goal against, and they played actually the most combined minutes as a D pair. What did you like from those changes that you saw? And maybe were you expecting it to be that good?
I don't think it was necessarily a change to change the chemistry between the pairs. I think it was more of just a reset and get guys focused and playing better individually. And we had some minuses racking up against a couple of defensemen, and just a lot of that plus minus is sometimes often skewed just because of not getting a save or a big breakdown or whatever. Just a lot of unfortunate events in a short period of time. It's not usually an indicator of how they're playing. The reset I thought was good. I think our guys really stepped up, especially the last couple of games. Darnell really played well on both ends of the rink. Cody really stepped up, played well in the last couple of games, especially with the key goal there in the game 7. I'm sure during the series, probably go back to the other pairs, but right now we'll just play by ear.
So this go ahead, this is standard in the game, right? Teams seem to take maintenance after every game.
Yeah, it's playoffs right now, and right now, not working on very much during practices, just because of rest is so important right now. And right now, I think it's the most important for all our players to be as healthy as possible for the games.
Just keep going into the plan to play Skinner the whole way through, or do you have some sort of rotation?
Ideally, we've got Skinner running right through the end of the season, and because rarely does a coach change his lineup or after a win, and especially a starting goalie. So if we just continue to win, I don't see any reason to change it. Of course, we're not anticipating to just run the table and win games all the time. We'll depend on how everyone's playing. Forwards, defensemen, and goaltenders. We'll be putting out the best lineup out there that gives us the best opportunity to win.